Hello everyone, welcome back to the another episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative under thoughts of and education by collegedunia.com. College Dunia is one of the India's leading education portals catering to students, parents and education industry players who are seeking for information on exams, cutoffs, student reviews or applying to colleges. Thoughts on Education initiative is to enrich the user experience collegedunia.com and try to bridge the long due gap between the vision of top management and the students or parents. Today, we have with us Dr. Sridhar Dale, Vice Principal of Priyadarshini College of Engineering. Welcome to the show, sir. I would like to invite you to enlighten our audience with a brief introduction about yourself.
Thank you, sir. I am Dr. Sri Krishna Dhale. I am the Vice Principal of Priyadarshini College of Engineering. I have almost 25 years of experience. I did my PhD in Structural Engineering from Nagpur University. I joined this Priyadarshini College of Engineering long back in 1992. Right now, I am the professor and the Vice Principal of this institution.
Okay.
This is the first job of my life where I have joined as a lecturer and then promoted to the vice principal. Just 2 minutes regarding my college. My college is a NAC A+ accredited college, and we are NBA, National Board of Accreditation. We are NBA also. It is a premium institute in Vidarbha as well as in the Maharashtra.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So, with your permission, I would like to begin with the interview. Can we go ahead?
Yes, sir. Some echo is there, sir. Echo is there.
Is the voice audible now?
Yeah, you're audible, but echo is there. Background echo is there. I don't know why, but you're audible. Whether my voice is clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Your voice is clear. I'll just change the mic once again. I'll just give me a minute. So, I'd like to start with the interview with your permission. Can we go ahead?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So, my first question to you is: you have held the key position at the Education Institute throughout your professional career. So, what do you think are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Good. Sir, to be very frank on this particular question,
Yeah.
when I was studying in civil engineering, I was never thought of joining the teaching education or to be in the education system. But somehow I get a break. But thereafter, I developed the liking towards this particular job to be a part of the education system, because whatever the satisfaction you get after teaching the student 1 hour teaching, that really matter. When I entered in the profession of engineering education, the satisfaction, the discipline, the life, the way we live the life, I really like it. And then subsequently, I feel that yes, this is what exactly I should pursue, and henceforth I am into the education system. It's really give you the satisfaction. That
Okay,
is
sir.
what I am here in this particular thing.
Okay, sir. Moving on to our next question. Being the vice principal of PC, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Uh, Sir, if you see regarding the leadership of any person in the engineering college,
Yeah.
the 4 pillars we can say are or 4 factors which are very much important. Since I being into the private management, whether it is a private or aided college or government college, doesn't matter. But still 4 factors are very much important. One is management, other one is your colleagues, that is faculty members, whether it's the teaching and non-teaching. Third one is student, and fourth crucial factor, the parents. Now, balancing all these 4 factors, on different front is very difficult, because you have to keep your management satisfied with your work. At the same time, your student should also get the good job placement. They should really get the good education in your institute. At the same time, your faculty also should be happy with your work style and all these things.
Yeah.
So balancing all these four factors, keeping them happy and uh, keeping them progressive, is really a art of the leadership. I find this very challenging, which I could manage, and henceforth, I feel this is a good challenge for any person to keep all these four pillars satisfied with the progress of the institution.
Yes, sir. So moving on to our next question,
Yes.
the current education system in India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. So in your experience, what can you inbound students gain
Hmm.
from studying here in your college?
Sir, if you talk to be very specific, uh, in our system, are more emphasis on the theoretical part. Nowadays, the AICT is coming up with lot many change in the pattern also, because when student goes to the industry, when they go to the market, even industry people are also saying that your students are not at par to our expectation. The reason being very simple, because what we taught in the colleges are not directly implemented there. The technology is changing so fast, so we have to cope up with this. So it is very important that the practical component should be added much more than the theoretical component. We should balance the theoretical component and the practical component. Previously, it was not like that. We used to have 80% theoretical component and 20% practical component. But nowadays, the higher education system also understood the lacunas. You can say not a lacunas, but yes, they also understood that the student of the engineering college or graduate engineers are not matching with the industry or matching with the world, and that's why they are also coming. They also came with new education policies. More electives are added. Even freedom of obtaining the electives, even freedom of changing the branch also. Now, in the new education policy 2020, the student can switch over from one branch to another branch in the subsequent second year or third year, like that. So that is a very good change they have done, which already was there in the abroad. In abroad, the education was more focused on the practical thing, and they have that facility also, where such facilities are not available. Uh, if available, they are not used also. That is the basic thing what I feel. But now we are slowly changing and we are coming on the same track. Now we are giving more importance to the practical work rather than the theoretical work. That is a good thing. And in coming days, definitely we will cope up with all this.
Okay, sir. Uh, so moving on to our next question, I would like to ask you, uh, are there any insights into how your college could be more welcoming to the students of different races or economic backgrounds?
Uh, yes, normally the students from different economical backgrounds are admitted. Uh, as the admissions, particularly in the Maharashtra, are done by the Director of Technical Education through the CAP round. The fees and tuition fees are everything is prescribed by the Shikshan Shulk Samiti, and having a good control of Shikshan Shulk Samiti on this. But the student of different economical background, they are taking the admissions. Some students are also from the rural areas. They are also coming because it is the second capital, it is Nagpur is the second capital of Maharashtra, and in the outskirts of the Nagpur, many rural areas are there. The 40% students are also coming from the rural area, and they are getting a good benefit. They need not to go to the Pune, Mumbai, and some different places,
Yeah.
very easily they can get the admissions in the Nagpur in Priyadarshini College of Engineering, which is one of the very prominent and leading college in Vidarbha. So that's where students are really get benefited of all the economical background.
Sir, so moving on to our next
Thank you.
question. What do you see as your college's greatest strength?
Uh, Sir, the greatest strength of my college is that because now we are moving toward autonomy, hardly within a month or two, our committee of autonomy we are expecting, and we will get the autonomous status. Once we get the autonomous status, certainly we get liberty in so many things, in running PhD programs, in PG programs, interdisciplinary branches, and all those things. As I have already told you that my college is A plus NAC accredited and NBA accredited for three times or four times more than that also. We have a very good faculty, highly qualified. Almost out of 150 faculty members, we have more than 75 faculty PhD. So many good publications, textbooks they have written. So our faculty is is a strength of our college. At the same time, the quick decision of the management, because the one advantage I always see in the private management is that your decision is very fast. Because if something you want to do, and if you can convince the management within a second, you get the nod. Okay, you can go with that. So that is one biggest advantage of the private management also. Because if you want to establish some good lab or something, a lab which is very much required for some research work, and if the management can convince, so immediately you get the nod for that, which is not the phenomena in engineering colleges, which are aided colleges or government colleges. So
Yeah.
the procedures are very simple. That is what the strength means. Faculty and the management, I can say, is the strength of my college.
Okay, sir. So, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges for PC currently?
Sir, currently, to be very frank, the biggest challenge in PCE, the admission scenario that we are facing is a problem because of this pandemic and this COVID situation. The student, those who are from different places, might not be taking the admission to the Priyadarshini College of Engineering. They may go to the colleges in the respective places, nearby places. How to face that student? That might be because I'm not sure, because it will automatically get confirmed about the complete admission process. But today we are feeling that the student may not approach to the Nagpur from the rural area. They will go to the nearby college because of the fear they have in their mind. That is what the challenge. Another challenge regarding the placement of the student. From last 1 year, the companies are not approaching. The worldwide scenario is not good of the placement.
Yeah.
Even local companies are lay off and all these things. 50% employment is curtailed. So this might be a big challenge for the incoming days, in my opinion.
Okay, sir. So, what, like being the vice principal, what do you think your role would be to face these challenges?
To face these challenges, actually, my first point is regarding the admission of the students to our college from the rural areas. So yes, we are doing good publicity of our college through social media and all those things. We are also saying the student that we have a good hostel. We do maintain the good hygienic hostels also, and there is no need of fear in your mind of this COVID and pandemic. We will strictly follow the SOP of the state government and the local authority. So you need not to worry while seeking the admission to to our college. Our college is well connected with the roads also, by train, by road, by plane, by air also. Not a worry for the student how to go to the college. Another thing regarding placement, yes, we are working hard on this front. Our training and placement officer is continuously approaching the different companies for the placement. Even we are trying the local placement also, because bulk placement is a problem nowadays. As in software companies also, in IT companies also, bulk recruitment is a big problem. But we are trying locally also, connecting so many industries. Our TNP officer is connecting to so many local industries for the employment and all those things. And we are motivating our students to become the entrepreneur also, because nowadays every now and then we are saying our students that don't go beyond the job. Instead of that, why don't you start with your own startup or something like that, so that you can become the entrepreneur. So that's way we are meeting this challenge.
Okay, sir. So, coming to the last question, are there any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth or the students who are aspiring?
Regarding the current, if is in view of the current scenario, I would like to suggest the youth or young graduate engineers that don't get afraid of the scenario or the current situation, because there are always ups and downs in the life. It is not nothing is permanent. Neither your good things are permanent, neither bad things are permanent. So ups and downs are the part and parcel of the life, and this situation will go hardly within a year or two. So in this situation, you have to hold yourself, you have to struggle, strive hard, without any fear in your mind, and try to get a good job. If not, try to find out some startup or something like that, and don't don't be fear of the situation. That's what I want to say, because in the minds of the young graduate engineer, there is quite a fear that what will happen. When I spoke to so many my alumni also, they always say कि sir कैसा होगा, क्या होगा. So always I say कि don't worry, the good day will come soon. So that is what the message I want to percolate to my young engineering graduate, that don't get worry, the good days will come soon. अच्छे दिन जल्दी आएंगे. That's what just you have to hold on. That's what the message I want to percolate to my youth.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity to get to connect with you. And I'd like to thank you for the interview.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with you.